Hi, I'm Christian Guzman, and I approve of the Board Shorts and Banter podcast.
Fly away.
Click record.
What?
You've already clicked record.
No, I haven't.
Tom, have you been on the sunbeds?
No.
You're a liar.
I genuinely haven't been on a sunbed.
You're a big fibber. You're a big
I went to that
fibber.
festival, didn't I?
Oh, of course.
And mate,
I got that festival tan a week later.
I got the worst sunburn. Like I'm talking like second-degree burns, bro, on my back and on my like chest here. Really bad.
Why are my AirPods not working?
I don't know.
Oh, there we go. We're on.
Beautiful. Josh, how are we?
I am good. How are you, Tom?
I'm very good. I'm tired. It's been a long day. Anyone that's listening, it's actually 8:30 at night right now, and I'm an old man. I go to bed at like 10, so I'm winding down, you know. But mate, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling motivated after a pretty sick weekend. But mate, first and foremost, how did your boys get on? What did you think of the show?
Mate, right. So, listeners, our cherished, loved listeners. This most recent weekend was the PCA Naturals, the first ever tested PCA show in the UK. How frigging exciting. Do you know, like, when I first started competing, the PCA didn't even do a separate overall for men's physique competitors. They were like, we were thrown in there with the bodybuilders. Now, we've come that far, us natties have our own show.
That's sick.
Right? And I know people are going to be going, oh, Josh, but you slated like Two Bros and stuff. I don't frigging like Two Bros. I like the PCA.
Yeah.
It's a great federation. So, yeah.
The quality of the videos they put out for the competitors as well, straight away, is so good.
Yeah. Like 10K. Just brilliant.
Wicked.
Yeah. We'll obviously go into much more detail on the actual show, but I am so impressed by the PCA, right? Testing, you know, the actual venue, the stage, you name it. There's not a single thing that I could go, I didn't like that.
Yeah.
It was mint.
Yeah.
So, PCA, if you're listening, well bloody done.
And guess what? They don't charge God knows how much like Two Bros.
Oh, mate.
What a surprise. They still managed to put on a better show.
How many competitors?
Loads. How many was there?
I've heard rumours like around 160, 170.
Jesus.
But if you look at like the bodybuilding classes, there was like fuck all in them. So everyone were either classic, a junior, or men's physique. And then obviously, you know, they did have women's classes as well.
Do you know what time it finished?
What?
Do you know what time the actual whole show finished or not?
The entire show? Weren't you there till the end?
I was there till when Mo did the overall and then we left.
Oh, yeah, that was the end of the show.
Was it? Oh, that wasn't bad at all then. No, like 11 p.m. fucking finishes. You know?
Crazy, innit? Crazy. So what time did you finish?
I think it was like, must have been like 8 p.m.
8
like
p.m.
That's pretty good.
So, you know, in comparison to previous shows, the UK FBA, where men's physique went on at 8 p.m.
Yeah.
The show was done. The overalls were done. Yeah? Great. Amazing. Wow. Well done.
It's got me excited, mate.
Yeah, it's the first time that I've gone to a show in the UK. I'm probably gonna say ever, and thought I've got to be up there next year.
Yeah.
Yeah. We will see. We will see.
I wasn't planning on doing any really shows other than pro qualifiers, but I might have to do that.
I'm just going to run and grab something. I'll be back in a sec. It's okay. Nothing exciting.
I'll pause. I can pause. It's all fine.
Okay.
It's fine. I'll pause it. Right, guys. Sorry for the quick interim there. Josh nearly passed out. He was going catabolic. I could see him just shriveling away. What have you got there?
Annabella's just done me my favourite shake of the day.
Aww.
It's got like peanut butter. It's got whey protein in. Perform raspberry white chocolate, the goat.
Nice.
It's got all sorts, frozen fruit. It's got everything in it. It's just gorgeous.
You get treated like a king, mate.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you?
I'm a world champion, mate.
Yeah, this explains why I just get treated like shit. No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
You came second at British finals, bro.
Yeah.
Don't you go expecting shakes?
I keep seeing Megatron, aka Mr. J Macker, at shows, and we just like give each other the nod, come and say hello, and like I just grab his shoulder. I'm like, I like you.
Jews head.
Why are you so good looking?
I saw him in Nando's and he gave me the sup and then came over with knuckle touch. I was like, yeah,
he's actually a really good lad. Actually, sound.
Oh mate, yeah, he's sound. Well, we'll get him on the podcast. We
100%.
will get him on the podcast.
How'd your boys get on?
Yeah. So, for context, Tom, have you seen a amateur show at the standard that the PCA show was at ever?
The last UK FBA show was pretty good. Like the men's open was pretty good. But I would say that was probably better.
I think so.
Because a lot of the boys from that UK FBA were there, and then there was other guys that were just fucking ridiculous. Yeah. So I'd probably say that's up there with like the best I've seen. Yeah.
Right. So normally at a PCA show, they do juniors, masters, and then they have 3 open classes. This time, they obviously did juniors, masters, and then had 4 open classes because there were so many people. Right? So we're talking minimum 12 per class. Might be more than that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I had 4 of my finest racehorses out on the track on Saturday. We had Mr. Tom Hermitage in the juniors. We had Jack Bennett in the masters. And then we had Gio and Theo in the open. Gio was in short. Theo was in medium. And Theo was actually meant to be in tall, but then they changed him and literally just went, "Oh, are you Theo? Yeah, you're going on now." And we both looked at each other like, well, fucking hell. It was too good to be true.
Did he not pump up at anything?
Yeah, he were on his way to being pumped up. I was like, look, mate, just don't worry about it. You'd rather go on a little bit flatter than be like completely and utterly like over pumped 20 minutes before going on stage. So yeah, just covered him in my magic glaze, and then on he went, did his thing, and he did really well. So results wise, Tom Hermitage did not place. The juniors class was absolutely stacked, and like I said in the last podcast, this boy needs to go into his off season now.
Yeah,
if things weren't paid for, I would literally be saying, Tom, don't worry about it. It's just time. It's time to come out of prep. But things are booked, things are paid for. We'll do the last show. We'll see how he does. And then the off season begins, and it's going to be a much better off season than the last time he competed, when he just gained shitloads of weight and not a lot of muscle, or not enough muscle. So yeah, he's going into it. He's probably the biggest off season of his bodybuilding career.
Just one thing to say to Tom is he's got everything for like a men's physique athlete. His stage presence is sick.
Yep.
He's confident. His posing is awesome. The thing that he's missing is just more time and muscle.
Yep.
But guess what? Oh, it's a good thing he loves his training and he loves building muscle then. You know?
This is it. Like, you know, if he was my age and he was getting the placings that he's getting, then it's a little bit different. The fact that he's so bloody young. Yeah. He has got a bright future ahead of him. He just needs to crack on and not fuck up, which is easier said than done.
Yeah.
Next up, we had Jack Bennett in the Masters, and I'll be honest with you, like the Masters class, I just found it quite bizarre. I'm not entirely sure how anyone got the placings, because someone that won the UKDFBA didn't get the top 6. Someone that didn't get placed in the UKDFBA came 3rd or something. It was all a little bit like, really? Like, don't get me wrong, everyone was good, but it was like, I don't know. No, the standard weren't bad. They just went for a particular look, and then everyone in the top 5 just looked very, very similar. And then anyone out of it was a little bit more muscular and then maybe might have suited bodybuilding a bit more, or I don't know. So Jack didn't place. I said it again last time on the podcast, and like I've said it to him multiple times, needed to nail posing, practice posing. Imagine being on the stage, like literally shut your eyes and imagine you've got an audience of 20 people watching you.
Yeah.
And just go through that. And I think the bright lights kind of like shone and kind of got in his head a little bit. But you know,
the impression I got with Jack when I watched him was mentally tapped out.
Yeah.
You know, like he knew he kind of wasn't like knocking on the door. So like as soon as that happened, it's like accepting defeat. It's like if the comparisons are still going on, you can still bump your way back up.
Definitely.
You know, the show isn't over until you get sent back to the back, you know. And even when you are at the back, like they are still comparing, they are still judging. Don't get off your posing. Don't hide away. Don't look like you've got a, you know, like you're disappointed. Just stay on it, man. Enjoy it. You know.
Yep. And you know, we're moving swiftly on from Jack. We're going to talk about some positive results that I'm very, very proud of. Both Gio and Theo, and like, you know, it's both of their novice seasons, and we'll start off with Gio. So, as you can tell, I'm obviously quite excited. Gio placed 4th in the men's physique short class, which
was ridiculous.
Absolutely unbelievable. Mm-hmm. And honestly, it was a toss of a coin between 3rd and 4th, just like I think it was between like 1st and 2nd. The guy that won was really, really good, but then there were elements that of the guy that came 2nd that I would have kind of gone, oh yeah, he's got that better.
Yeah.
The guy that won just had like a freaky midsection and a mad bubbliness to every single muscle on his body.
Was that the black guy that won?
The black guy wearing the Vaso shorts.
Condition wasn't amazing, but
that's
just won on shape and confidence and posing.
That's the thing that did it for me with him. I was like, you're not quite conditioned enough for me, in comparison to the guy that came 2nd. But yeah, his shape was just ridiculous, and you know, deserved the win. But yeah, Gio 4th place, and whenever like a class comes on, you know, whether it's men's physique or bodybuilding, I always feel really sorry for the people that are at the far end of each class. Gio was on 1st, so he was stood right at the far side of the stage.
Oh.
But the way that he posed and like presented himself and like his personality just shone through, he may as well been centre stage. You're just drawn to him. Because he posed in such a way that I was like, yeah, he's going to be in the mix. And honestly, I was just so proud. I was sat with Maka, I was like, fuck. Like when he came out, I was like, oh bollocks, he's on the side. And I was like, I don't give a fuck. This kid's getting moved.
Yeah.
And moved he did. I think he started on the outside of the first call out, and then they moved him just off of centre, and then obviously finished 4th overall, which is it's just amazing.
Mega, mate.
Really, really, really is good. And the class was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So just really proud of Gio. We've got one more show for Gio, and then it's off-season time for him.
WNBF.
And then you are?
WNBF.
He's had a new low weigh-in today, which is obviously super exciting because he's not got a great amount of fat on him. So he's just going to look even more freaky come Sunday. So yeah, let's just see. Let's just see how we can do. I'm hopeful.
It's exciting, mate. Smash it, Gio, mate. Smash it.
It's
and then
sick.
Ken doll.
And then we have the Ken doll. Another novice competitor. So it's Theo's first season in the game, and he was probably in the toughest class.
Mm-hmm.
Mo's class was tough, but Mo was a clear winner. But in Theo's, it was like they had Captain America, so it was like, yeah, clear first place winner, yeah, nice one.
Who's coming on the podcast?
2nd to 7. You what?
Who is coming on the podcast?
Yes, Mr. Coxedge is coming on the BS&B podcast.
An avid listener.
Yes, we appreciate you, Bradley.
It's the only reason why he looks the way he does is because he listens to the podcast.
It pretty much is.
Follows our advice.
There's a strong correlation between winning shows and listening to this podcast. So
exactly.
Well done to all you listeners. You might well win a show. Anyway, Theo. So in Theo's class, it was very, very tight between 2nd and probably 7th. Like
Yeah.
there's people, the guy that came second in Theo's class came third or second against me at PCA Yorkshire last year.
Mad.
Really good, called BK. He won a show last weekend. The kid's good. The kid's good. There was a guy called, I think he's called Grant Baggins.
Okay.
Again, a physique that I seriously rate. He placed fourth. And Theo placed third. So I was absolutely buzzing with that. There is a video of Theo just in complete and utter disbelief that he came third. Like he was just like, oh my God.
That's so sick. Obviously, you're always going to want a better result, but when you can, again, it's clear to see that Theo's got a bright future in competing and men's physique.
Mm-hmm.
Got it, He's getting the nod.
He's got that X factor.
Yeah. 100%.
All we need now is a bit more muscle.
Yeah.
His delts, if we can bring up his delts, a little bit of back width, his midsection's great. I think he's got what it takes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
WNBF
all I'm going to say, right? And then we're going to hit it with Theo. I know you're listening. You're still shit.
Yeah.
So don't stop working hard.
Don't get complacent, bro.
Nah, he's never going to get complacent. I will never let him get complacent. He's just awesome. And again, Theo's competing this weekend at the WNBF. He's had a new low weigh-in as well today. He's looking super tight. He's looking very, very, very muscular still. And it's just a case now of, carb loading, priming the physique and putting it on stage on Sunday, which is just going to be epic.
Is it the last show for all the boys?
Unless I can convince him to do one more, I think so.
What would be the other one? Okay.
I keep that one secret to myself.
UK UP, yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna put them all in a
pros
PCA show. No, there's an NPA show in Sheffield. So, do you remember when we met the NPA people at the Arnold? Yeah. So they've got a novice show.
Okay.
I think you win a sword or something if you win the overall. So it'd be nice, just put a few people in for that and see if we can win a sword.
That'd be pretty sick. I'll come to that.
What, in Sheffield?
Yeah, of course, mate.
I've got one of my boys competing, Enrique.
Yeah.
He's going to be there. So,
okay. Sick.
Faith. Yeah.
I've never been to an MPA show, so it should be good to check it out.
Neither have I, but they have a good photographer. And that, for me, is a reason to do a show.
Yeah. Yeah, you can get some shots, some sick shots. Your summer shredding ones, mate, are ridiculous.
Yeah, well, that's Sam.
Is that one behind you there?
That's Sam.
Is that Sam?
Mate, don't even get me started. Sam is, if and when the time comes and we have a show, Sam's the photographer for it.
Oh, 100%. That's so, I mean, I thought that was the summer shredding, fucking...
No.
Mad.
Mate, Sam is the fucking goat. He's so good.
Le goat.
I was going to say something, but I can't say it on the podcast because he might get banned. But yeah, I'll tell you after.
Okay.
Yeah, good times. Any noticeable mentions? Well,
Mo.
The PCA show in general.
My boy Mo. So that was his. That was only his third ever show.
Third show.
Yeah. Third ever show.
How many has he done? 2 preps then.
So he's competed at Student Mass. Did you ever hear of that? Student Mass. So that was years ago, bro. So he competed at Student Mass and he didn't win that. And then the next season that he did, I believe, was 2022. I think
He did PCA.
He did PCA and he won.
Yeah.
I think he even competed against Tim Stewart that year and beat Tim Stewart.
Really?
Yeah. It's interesting.
Fair fucking play.
Yeah. And then, so he did that one. That was off the back of one of his surgeries. And obviously that was kind of like redemption for him. So he had an operation 2 weeks before he actually did that show. And then he went on and won it. What?
This is the thing with Mo. I find him so inspirational.
Yeah.
Like, you obviously know better than anyone. He's had such a mad year.
Yeah.
Like, I swear it was 2 minutes ago that you were setting up a bloody GoFundMe page, which I donated to because that's how much.
Oh, you legend.
It really made me sad when all that shit happened to him, and yet on bloody Saturday he's going winning a PCA show. Just insane.
Yeah, it's mad. Like, obviously, the boy has fucking unreal genetics. Like, he does. He's been training for a long time. He's got wicked genetics. What was you gonna say?
He's been training for a long time.
Yeah, he's been training for 11 years or something like
Yeah.
that. So he's got that to his hand. But regardless, less than a year ago, he was having like a lymphedema, lymphatic system transplant, over in France, and his recovery was like 3 or 4 months, and it's just been ridiculous, And throughout that whole prep as well, we're going to get him on. I've already spoken to him. He's going to come on next week, and so basically, he's done this whole prep with his leg has been swollen, he's been struggling to do cardio, it's just been brutal for him. But the fact that he's gone on there and done that now, mate, I honestly, it was such a good feeling to see him take home that dub, and it was a tough class as well, mate.
So tough,
tough class. And I've already told him as
JB.
JB, he was better. He was better. JB was better than what he was at the UKFBA show, in my opinion, as well.
What else were in it? Just loads of randoms, weren't there?
Yeah, but they were good.
Oh, there was a guy in there that beat Reese Fit last year.
Is that the really tall one?
The black guy.
Was it? Okay. Maybe not. I'm thinking of someone else. Who was that really tall guy that had tattoos all over him? Very V-tapered. He had quite good shape on him, but just probably needed a bit more muscle.
Has he won a show already this year?
I'm not too sure, potentially.
I think he might have come. Did he come 4th or something? But
yeah,
he won a first timers overall literally a month ago.
Okay.
He was Kez has done his posing. Yeah, he's pretty good. Mo beat? Oh, bloody hell! He were in Mo's class.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, so it was a tough class, and the things of Mo is so dense across his shoulders and his chest that it's just ridiculous. He needs more back, needs more lats, needs to work on his posing. But other than that, he looked sick, looked so sick. And you obviously walked past backstage, didn't you? And he's like, "Hey, do you need some glaze?" I was like, "Please." So I just got them glazed up. It makes such a difference.
The magic glaze,
literally such a difference. So we got that glaze backstage and the glaze before we went on, and yeah, it was a pretty sick look. But so that was a massive highlight. When he was on stage, I could tell, I can see his lack of experience on stage because he's just in a fucking trance. Did you see that,
mate? I thought it added to it.
Yeah,
it was like what was it? Gentleman, what were it? Ab shot, and he's just there front double.
Yeah, just do you know what he was doing? Do you know he's like? He's just dead behind the eyes, right? And I was in the crowd like this. I was like, he was like this. I was like, bro, so you're just copying me? And then obviously they do the overhead abs, and he'd be here like this. And I'm like, no, this.
Change your pose, change it.
Yeah. I'm like, calm down, and he's just there like, it's so funny, but still,
bless him.
I thought it's made me realize now PCA don't really give a shit about posing.
So can you just say that again for the people at the back?
PCA don't really give a shit about posing.
I don't know a federation that does.
It's mad, isn't it? It's mad. Yeah, it's mental, dude.
It looks good when someone can pose well. Obviously, it's nice one. He can pose well. Congratulations, bro. But you don't get bonus points for it.
It doesn't win a show.
It's not what wins shows. No,
it doesn't win a show. It can move. It can get you placings, I believe, but it can't help you win shows. If someone's just got a better physique than you, that is what it is. At one point I did think Mo's going to hate me for this. I did think he was getting pushed to second, but he did claw it back. I think he got better as he posed more as well. And then when he came back, I don't know what happened, bro. When he came back for the overall later on, he looked fucking better.
Because he'd have just chilled a bit. There's no pressure with an overall. It's it's a bonus, isn't it?
Yeah, he chilled out. He dried out a little bit more. Mo's someone that's he's got so much density and muscle that he doesn't really look flat.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? So just that dry look that he brought was sick. But yeah, highlight of the day for me, mate. Obviously, Highlight of the day was so good, and
Yeah.
I think he said he's going to compete again next year. So it could be me, you, Mo, all on stage, mate.
No. It's going to be me, you, Mo, Tam, Kez, Chris Rendell, maybe Jovan.
Yeah, bro, sick. I'm so excited, man. Yeah, like walking away from that weekend, like don't get me wrong. Every time I go to a show, it's always like, yeah, like gives me like a little bit of like motivation. But when I got back from that one, I was like, okay, just seeing Captain America just sweep up these swords, mate. I was like, okay.
Yeah, honestly, mate. I've now seen him in the flesh twice. We're obviously going to get him on the podcast. Me personally, I would love to compete against him.
Yeah.
I think his back's great. Honestly, I think me, Jovan, and Brad, our backs would be such a bloody lineup.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even Tam in that now. Oh, it'd be so sick.
Yeah.
If you're a natty listening to this and you're like, you've won a few shows and you're fancying it next year, if you're planning on competing this year, just put it on hold. Next year is the one. We're going to make Natural Men's Physique shows just epic.
Yeah. We're going to do every single one. We're going to compete at every single one, Josh.
We're going to do like a Grand Prix. We'll keep a score between us all. We'll do podcasts every week, slating each other.
Yeah.
Kez, you can't even pose, bro.
Fuck's sake. No, it's going to be good. Well, I mean, we need to get Kez on soon, mate, because I think he's going to have some updates for us.
Well, actually, I'll tell you when the update is. He's coming down to Ultraflex to see AJ, and I'm going to have a look at him.
Yeah, I spoke to him about this. I spoke to, on the day, at the PCA show, I spoke to Chris, I spoke to Kez, I spoke to JB, like all the boys, and it's just like, yeah, it's getting me excited for next year. I was just they were throwing a little bit of shade at me, I was throwing a little bit of shade at them. It's just all friendly banter, mate, isn't it?
Why don't I get any of this shade?
Kez, because you're well champ, mate. Shut the fuck up. It's not fishing, mate.
Let's go.
Put it away, mate. Put it away. But yeah, so wicked show. But now we move on to the WNBF. Very excited. So my boys are now on track for that. I think I spoke about in the last podcast what we needed to do in order to prove them. But basically, Will has improved condition a little bit, and now we're just cruising them in. I feel like that when it's your first season, that between show period is always quite tough.
Yeah.
Especially if it's like 3 weeks. 3 weeks between shows, it was always quite tough. Yeah, it has been 3 weeks, isn't it?
It will be for you. It will be for your boys. Yeah, it's only 1 week for mine. For some of mine.
3 weeks between shows is pretty tough. Like in order to like hold it, in my opinion, especially in your first season. But they've fucking smashed it. Will is tighter. Now we're just holding him. Matt has dropped like 3 kilos.
So really? That's what Matt needed to do, though.
Yeah. So we literally just drilled him. Like
exciting, very exciting.
The boy works like a dog, mate. Hour of cardio every single day. He's doing like near 14,000 steps per day as well, 15,000 on some days. It's just an animal, just an absolute animal. But it's done the job. So currently going through peak week for both of them. Last show of the season, they're only doing 2 shows this year. It's more than enough for them, and they're just buzzing, and I'm buzzing for them as well. Bring their best.
Yeah. Obviously, we've discussed this on the podcast. I will be on the judging panel on Sunday. Mm-hmm. I won't be judging any of my clients. For anybody that goes, "Oh, Joshua, you can't judge your clients." I'm not judging them.
How does that work then?
I'm not judging their classes at all. So we've got enough judges. There's 10 judges, and you will only use, I think it's 6 or 7 at a time.
Right.
So I'll be just sat out for them. Which is fine. Just sit on the bench. Used to.
Yeah. But you can judge my boys.
No, I don't think I'm judging any men's physique. I might say to Steph, can I do the mic and give it the like, gentlemen, you are now being judged. Quarter turn to your right.
Do you know what you'll do? You'll end up calling out the PCA posing though, because you're just trying to be.
I'll just do what I want.
Yeah,
gentlemen, abs and thigh, side chest,
rear glute spread.
Oh, yes. Tom Stockton, please can you go to reception? Your mum is waiting for you. Yeah. So we had the meeting the other day for it.
Nice.
Did I tell you how many people have entered the show?
Is it near 200?
Is it near or is it over?
Get out of here.
So, as of the day that we did the meeting, and there
Right.
weren't closing entries just yet, there was 202, 205 or something.
Oh my God, you're looking at least like 220 then.
Yeah.
Oh my, that's gonna be carnage, mate. How are they managing that backstage?
Well, let's wait and see, bro. That's not my job. My job's judging.
Your job is just to smile and wave, mate. Look pretty.
Yeah.
Represent.
So, just so people are aware of like that, how mad that is. Last year they did men's physique short, medium, tall, all in first timers. Yeah, and then one novice class.
Mm-hmm.
This time we got the 3 first timers and 3 novice classes.
Mad.
It is that big.
Absolutely mental.
Yeah. I think there's 6 bodybuilding classes. 3 first timers, 3 novice. It's just huge.
Okay.
Huge.
Do you have an idea of what time men's physique is going to start?
So they do a staggered running. So it'll be like junior bodybuilding, men's physique short, figure, whatever.
Right.
There's no kind of like, it's bodybuilding, it's women's, it's men's physique.
So literally like Matt could be, no, like Will could be on at again 3 p.m. Matt could be on at like 5 p.m.
Yeah.
Got
Literally like that.
Yeah.
Which as a spectator, it does make it a little bit more interesting that you've got different things going off, but it is a little bit harder to plan on like a coaching perspective and an athlete perspective.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's just one of them things. We'll probably know the running order in the next 48 hours from the podcast going live.
Yeah.
So if you need to do any planning, you will have some kind of thing to plan with. But obviously, we know how bodybuilding shows run, unless it's the PCA. That's bang on time every single show. There might be a little bit of, leeway on times.
Well, mate, it just all it means is if it's a long day, they've got more time to get more peak max in, At least get through like a tub in the day, I reckon.
I bet I can point out every single physique that takes peak max. So all you need to tell me is how many shows each person's done.
Mm-hmm.
And the people that have used peak max for every single peak will look like a bag of dicks come their 3rd show, period. It's true.
Yeah, I personally wouldn't want to use it again.
I've seen a lot of shows this year, and people that like for the first show look so good. Now that they've gone through like the dehydrating process multiple times and like gone 24 hours without drinking any water but taking shitloads of peak max, they just look like shit.
Yeah,
they look so flat. Honestly, I saw some people on Saturday in the Naturals, and I just thought, whoever's peaking you really aren't thinking outside the box. They're thinking, right, all right, we did this last time. We're just going to do it again. All right, we did it the time before and it worked the time before. So if we try it again, and hopefully we'll get the result that we got 2 peak weeks ago.
Yeah.
The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. It worked once, great. Twice it doesn't work. 3 times it definitely doesn't work. And if you're stupid enough to keep going, 4 and 5 shows using peak max, good work. Really, really smart.
If, as a natural athlete, like the situation, I don't know if I've said this before again in the podcast, but like I can see peak max working if you are a 250 pound, absolutely shredded to the bone bodybuilder that you don't really lose fullness because you're so fucking big.
Can I just say a little caveat? It's not just peak max. It's fucking around with vitamin C. It's dehydrating yourself. It's taking dandelion root, whatever it is, any diuretic, natural diuretic. This is the effect that you get.
Yeah. And like, all right, what's the main thing that natural athletes struggle with? It's like being blasting full.
Yes.
Because you haven't got the androgens in order to help make that happen. right? You haven't got that nitrogen retention, whatever you want to call it. So it's like by then pulling out more water, flattening yourself out even more, you're just going to look shit. You're not going to look as conditioned. If you've got fullness from food and water and carbs, and you're going to look leaner because the muscle's pressing against the skin. You're going to look denser. You're going to look bigger, and that's what you want as a natural. You want to fucking have every card that you can play in order to look the biggest that you can. Because in general, a lot of naturals aren't big. So yeah, that's like, for instance, if you're in your off season and you took Peak Max and went to the gym, even if you're eating a lot of fucking carbs and whatnot, are you going to get like a blasting full pump? Like probably not. Like it doesn't make sense to me. I've tried it, I've been there, done it. Would I want to do it again? No. Like just because again, like, I was getting like muscle cramps and stuff like that. Like my calves were cramping up, and just it's just playing around with too many variables, man.
It is. Like I look back at my photos from Vegas in 2021 at the Worlds, and I was smashing it, lads.
Yeah.
And I had the shits. It's just a dead, lifeless physique.
What did you?
Nice.
Did you have Peak Max back then?
Yeah, mate. With the first year that Peak Max came out, so someone that I knew that had a supplement company sent it to me. Was like, "Oh, try it out." And first time round, I'm thinking, "Fucking hell, I'm shredded, I'm dry." Second time, I can't get a pump.
Yeah, and it's just stressing out an already stressed out body as well.
Yeah, good times.
You live and learn.
So you've got 2 people competing this weekend.
2 boys, yes.
Just Coaching has 7.
Sick.
Little honourable mention to Tom Hermitage.
Has he got a boy there?
He's got his first client competing.
Yeah.
And he looks sick.
Does he?
Oh, mate, yeah. He looks really good. It was at our little meetup that we did.
I remember him.
Brandon.
Yeah. I remember him.
Tall guy,
yeah.
Really handsome, fantastic, mad V-taper. Again, just because he's young, he needs more muscle, but...
Is he shredded?
Yeah.
First time condition worthy?
He's stage lean, yeah.
Yeah. Good man.
Yeah, very happy. I had a little perv on his most recent checking photos, and I would say he's got what it takes to be like a top 5 in a first-timer show, which, at 21 years old, it's not bad going.
Yeah. Put it this way, like, anyone that's competing this weekend coming up, if you can get a top 6 placing in a show like this, which there's 220 competitors potentially, that is fucking awesome.
Yeah, it is. It's mad.
For your first, second, third show, that's awesome.
On Saturday, were you around my boys after they came off stage?
Yeah, I had a good chat to them. Yeah.
So Theo was, buzzing. Jack Bennett was already halfway home by the time Theo had got on stage. So
I'm fucking out of here.
I'm out of here. Bye.
Yeah.
But Gio came off, and he was like, he'd just come forth, British finals invite, and he was like,
buzzing,
gutted. Nah, the opposite.
Really?
Oh, mate. I think as a first time, you don't quite understand the magnitude of things.
Mm-hmm.
Like I could have cried at any point on Saturday.
Yeah.
I was just so proud. But yeah, Gio was like, yeah, I'm a bit gutted. Why didn't I get top 3? Because he came second in the first timer's show. It was a bit like, oh, well, I've now dropped down the place. And it's like, no, mate, you've placed the highest of all the novice competitors in your class.
Yeah.
Like, you've improved your physique. The placing doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. I was just about
to say, was he better than his last show?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Smoked. Well done, Gio. Don't be disappointed, mate. Is what it is. That's out of your hands then.
Yeah. But, yeah, just, going off on a slight little tangent. We've got so many people that listen to this podcast that will be competing for the first time on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
That's exciting, isn't it?
It is, and I can't wait to see them there, mate. It's been quite nice going to shows and having people come up to us and like talk about the podcast.
Oh, someone right. So a chap that came second in the short class at Men's Physique. He came up. I was stood with Finn, and he came up to me and Finn and was like, "Oh, boys, I just want to let you know that your podcast was the first podcast that I listened to, and now like I'm competing in Men's Physique." And at first I was like, "You think I'm Reese, don't you?"
Did he?
No, he didn't. He listened to one that I featured on with Reese and Finn.
Right.
But I was like, there's no way that someone's got me mixed up with Reese. And no, he didn't.
No, you're like twice the size of Reese, to be fair. So
Yeah. My neck's bigger than Reese.
yeah, true. I reckon your blood pressure is a little bit higher as well.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh Jesus Christ! No, I'm excited, mate. It's going to be good. It's going to be
It's gonna be good.
very, very good. Well, mate, do you think is there anything else to cover? I feel like that's pretty much it. Decent show, little wrap up.
I think Brad was the clear overall winner.
Yeah.
He's just got such a good physique. I know he's competing at the Worlds this weekend. So Brad, if you are listening to this, best of luck, mate.
Yeah.
Go and get that PNBA Pro card. There will be a lot of Italian people there, and they're a little bit too vocal for my liking. So please just go and beat them for us.
Go silence them.
Silence the Italians.
Brad is like one of those guys where you can quite confidently say, like, yeah, he's gonna,
He's
very
gonna-
good chance of securing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he might win his pro card,
Yeah. So do
Yes.
I. I wonder what it'd look like on a WNBF Wild stage.
I don't think he's posing suited for it. So this is my critical mind was looking at him thinking they would ask him to stand square on at the front.
Yeah.
And side shots, fine. I think they're penalising for his front.
How tall is it?
That is it. A little bit shorter than me.
Okay. But his limbs are shorter as well, aren't they?
Oh mate, yeah, he's like his upper arm's so dense.
Yeah. Because I was looking at the photos of him next to Mo, and I was like, Mo looks like he's got just as much muscle mass. It's just distributed differently.
Yeah.
A lot differently.
That is the case a lot of the time, isn't it? Your pal Hugh.
Yeah.
I thought this last year with him when he competed, I thought it's so unfortunate that this kid's over 6 foot. If he was 5'10", he'd be cleaning up.
Yeah.
It's just, when the shorter guys, it's obviously easier to fill out a physique, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I'm not like the tallest guy, but I think I've just got, in terms of like limb length, legs, I'm just legs and fucking arms, mate.
I don't understand why you're not 100 kilos.
What do you mean?
You look so much heavier than what you are.
Do I?
Yeah.
That's what people say. I've had that since I've started training, mate. Everyone's like, I've always said to people, guess how much I weigh? And they're like, oh, it's always like 10, 15 kilo more than what I look like, apparently.
Yeah.
Weird.
It's like I compare our photos, and if I was in your condition, I would be 100 kilos.
Literally. Yeah.
Good times, eh? Good times.
Good times. It's not
Good.
It's not about the weight, mate. It's how you use it. All right.
That's it. That is it. Anything else? Oh, I've got one guy competing this weekend, Oliver Dibben, the man is a legend, right? He's lost just shy of 100 pounds whilst on prep.
And he's competing.
Yeah.
On prep, 100 pounds.
What? He's lost 100 pounds.
Oh, but I thought it meant like, okay, so did he start prep 100 pounds heavier?
He started dieting just before me and him started working together. And since he started dieting to now, which is about a year, he has lost 100 pounds.
Mad. How's he looking?
Yeah. He needs more muscle. He will be the first to say that, but it's not about that. Oliver's a sommelier by trade. Mm-hmm. If you don't know what that is like a wine connoisseur. So for him to do a bodybuilding prep whilst being a bloody sommelier is unreal. Like the man literally for a living drinks wine and yet he's got shredded.
That's sick. And this is why he's destined to be a world champ, just like you, mate.
Yeah. Look, it is the secret. You just got to keep drinking. Ignore what people say. You've just got to keep a certain percentage of alcohol in your bloodstream at all times, and you are so anabolic, it's insane.
Better for pumps as well.
You get ready. When you see Oliver on Sunday, you'll know which one is Oliver. He's like 6'5" and he's covered in tattoos.
And he'll be stumbling around on stage because he's pissed on wine.
Yeah. Obviously, like, you have conversations with your clients where it's like, oh, what are you going to do after you've come off stage? And then like some of the boys like, oh yeah, I've got these cookies, I've got these donuts. You're like, oh, that's sweet. Oliver's like, I've got this this Suffolk sparkling white wine. I was like, great,
Love
great, amazing. Can't
I'm
wait
looking
to try that with you.
Mate, I'm looking forward to seeing him, especially after that journey as well, mate. That's going to be sick to see.
It's such a good bloke, such a good bloke. So yeah, I'm really excited for him. Obviously excited for Tom to have his first client on board, and then obviously the rest of my competitors that I've had on stage already this year. James Dobbins coming back for round 2, and he's looking stupid.
Good.
Did you see my photos on my story last night?
No.
Oh,
I don't look at your story, really.
I'll send you James's nudes pictures. He's shredded.
Is he? Last time I saw him, it was it was like his glutes and hammies, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's they're in now.
It was nice.
It's very much like, like the walnuts.
King
they
of
look
the
like
glutes,
the
king
walnuts.
of the glutes, wow, woo.
Oh yeah,
I like
yeah.
it.
So I'm excited for him to go on stage, and then also just as like a little bit of fun, he's doing men's physique.
Yes, he needs to. He needs to, mate, because he's got so much density across the top.
If there was a masters class, there's no two ways about it. He's won it. He's won it, but there's not. So it depends what the judges go for.
There's no masters class.
There's no masters class in the novice, only in first timers.
Okay. Interesting.
I asked why. The answer was, if we did a masters class in novice and we did all the classes in novice, we will be doing a show until 3 a.m. Which is,
I think he's similar height to Matt, so he's probably going to be against Matt then. Fantastic.
I was thinking who he's against out of my boys. He's against Gio and Tom, in theory.
Right, okay. Tom, you might need a little bit more muscle, mate.
Yeah.
And Gio combined.
Gio's posing and his personality is going to carry him.
Yeah.
James's muscle is going to carry him.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah.
It's going to be good, mate. It's going to be good.
Going to be good.
On Saturday, though, no, Sunday, we're not friends anymore, mate, all right?
Oh, yeah, we're against each other, aren't we?
Fucking enemies, bro.
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
I'm
bro.
going to have you, mate. Should we break out into fight? If one of your boys win, mate, I'm just going to throw something on stage.
Boo! Get out of here! It's a fucking fix. Josh is a pro. Of course, your fucking clients have come third.
No, never. But anyway, mate, it's been a pleasure to chat.
Are we leaving it at that? 47 minutes?
Yeah, snappy one, mate. We'll save some more. We'll save some more goss for the next one, I reckon.
Yeah, I reckon so.
We're getting Mo on. We're going to be getting Mr. Brad on as well. That'll be too good. Should we get them both on at the same time and let them have it out, mate?
No. We're going to spread rumours between them both.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm going to say, Brad, we had Mo on earlier. Mo said that you were taking like gear or something backstage, and then we're going to tell Mo that Brad says that he's not even got something wrong with his leg.
Yeah.
He just wears tights.
Mo said that your quiff isn't cool and you don't look like Captain America. You
wear dentures, bro.
Yeah. You're so handsome that you're almost not handsome.
Yeah. How about that?
Yeah. Right, anyway, people, thank you very much for listening. If you want to cop some of the finest bodybuilding arms in the game, this is from 2 launches ago now. 2 launches ago. Use code BSB. We appreciate every single person that does. The winner from the last giveaway has been refunded. So thank you very much, everyone. We're going to be having another giveaway in the near future. So keep out for that. Keep your eyes peeled. And until then, thank you for listening. I'll catch you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.